Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Kalonzo Musyoka was humiliated badly yesterday. Is Kalonzo Musyoka losing the grip of Ukambani politics? Or is Kalonzo Musyoka just being punished by the voters from Ukambani for making certain mistakes? Yesterday, there was a by-election in Nguu Masumba Ward in Makueni County. And Kalonzo Musyoka's party, the Wiper party, was humiliated. The independent candidate who was being supported by Governor Professor Kivutha Kibwana and Alfred Mutua emerged the winner by gaining 2,894 votes. The UDA candidate was number 2 with 2,223 votes. And the Wiper candidate emerged number 3 with 1,600 votes. That's a humiliating defeat. But the United Democratic Alliance Party performed very well. This by-election was significant because there was something I was reading on the Daily Nation. Let me just get it. That Kalonzo allies drag Uhuru Raila into ward by-election. And it says the campaigns for Nguu Masumba Ward by-election in Makueni County has intensified with allies of Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka in the region sensationally dragging President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga into the contest. The seat fell vacant in June following Harris Ngoi's death in a road accident on Mombasa Road Highway. Wiper's Eshio Mwaiwa is battling it out with Daniel Musau of UDA and Timothy Maneno of independent candidate. Although Maneno is supported by, among others, Makueni Governor Professor Kivutha Kibwana and Machakos Chief of Staff Mwenda Mutesi, several allies of Wiper politicians see Odinga's hand in his campaigns, opening the lead on the deep-seated mistrust between Odinga and Musyoka's lieutenant. And they are saying this was not a contest between Mwaiwa, Museu and Maneno, but a contest between Kalonzo, Musyoka Deputy President William Ruto, and Raila Odinga. That is Daniel Manzo saying. He was actually accompanied by Makwiny Senator Kalonzo Jr. and all Wiper MPs in the county. So basically, Kalonzo Musyoka decided to drag the name of President Uhuru Kenyatta and drag the name of Raila Odinga into this contest. The fact of the matter is that Machakos County Chief of Staff had the full blessings of Governor Alfred Mutua to campaign for that guy. I don't understand why the governor for Makueni and the governor for Machakos decided not to sponsor candidates using their own political party. Maybe they realized there was a gap. And this guy, I think, was elected in the previous assembly, but lost. So he's making a comeback. But Kalonzo Musyoka, in my view, should be worried. Why? The entire One Kenya Alliance team were behind this guy, but they've lost. So Kalonzo Musyoka should ask himself several questions. The first thing Kalonzo Musyoka should do, in my view, is to review his campaign strategy. Is his campaign strategy working? Or is there some disconnect between his campaigns and the people? And he should focus more on the people around him. It was very shameful, for example, that Kalonzo Musyoka went to that ward, and at some point he was chased away. Why was that even possible? It's because there is a disconnect. Someone would have told Kalonzo Musyoka that the ground is hostile, do something. But I think probably, being a politician and the way politicians do behave, maybe he ignored. But the truth of the matter is that he must review his campaign strategy. It's not working for him. And if it's not working for him, personally, let me just be honest. Personally, I never believe in by-elections. They can give wrong signals. But politics is a game of perception. The fact that Kalonzo Musyoka has lost in this ward does not necessarily mean that the people of Ukambani have rejected Kalonzo Musyoka. But being that politics is a game of perception, someone will take advantage of it, and Kalonzo Musyoka will be hit. Like if they were to sit on a table, he will be asked, if you can't deliver a single word, then how can you deliver the presidency? So that's number one. He must review his campaign strategy. It's not working, it's dead. Number two, which is a question which he must ask himself, is One Kenya Alliance hurting his influence in Ukambani? Kalonzo was in Ukambani campaigning for this candidate with One Kenya Alliance. Musalia Mudavadi was there. Is there a chance that there was a rebellion? Raila Odinga lost in Ugenya, but he never stepped there. Kalonzo Musyoka was in this small ward, for heaven's sake, and he was accompanied by Musalia Mudavadi. The people didn't listen to them. During the Machakos by-election, you could tell that they were destined for victory. And maybe it was designed like that. But for this particular one, the defeat is humiliating. Is there a chance that someone set up Kalonzo Musyoka for this defeat by using the One Kenya Alliance? So that's number two. Number three, which Kalonzo must take seriously, is the influence of Ukambani governors. I have always opined here severally, because most people believe that most of these governors, mostly second-term governors, or even some first-term governors, that they don't have any future. Let me assure you that governors have structures. You go to the ground, you'll find a ward administrator. You'll find a village administrator. These people always report. So if you have a good governor who is listening to the ground, they'll be able to even conduct development project based on the needs of the people, what the people want, and play populist politics with them. Ignoring the fact that there are three governors from Ukambani and none of them is supporting Kalonzo is something which Kalonzo should be worried about. He must reach out to Professor Kivutha Kibwana. He must reach out to Alfred Mutua. He must reach out to Charity Gilu. Fighting these three governors is counterproductive to the gentleman called Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. It is counterproductive for him. So he must figure out how he's going to reach out to these governors. Charity Gilu sit her down, figure out how they are going to work together. Alfred Mutua and Professor Kivutha Kibwana. Otherwise, without that, these governors are going to give him problems. And problem that explains why Ngilu came, had a certificate. Professor Kivutha Kibwana came, because it's not going to be very easy for him. He must understand that governors are influential and work with them. There's no way, there's no justification whatsoever why Kalonzo Musyoka is not being supported by even a single governor from the region. That's number three. Number four is a question he must also ask himself. Is the ground with him? Has he lost touch with the ground? Or are there emerging challenges with the ground? For example, William Ruto's party garnering 2,223 is not a joke. In this ward, they were never making noise. So it means their strategy was working for them. Kalonzo must figure out whether, because the statistics are always out there, that 85% of members of parliament, MCAs don't make it back. So if Kalonzo Musyoka is relying on members of parliament, Like I was reading that all members of parliament were here. If he's relying on these people, and these people are unpopular, 85% of them will not come back. What is he intending to achieve? Nothing. So he must ask himself whether he is in touch with the ground, whether whatever he's speaking is what the ground wants to hear. If that's not the case, then Kalonzo Musyoka must go back to the drawing. And lastly, he must ask himself a very fundamental question. Why did these people vote against the Wiper? Kalonzo Musyoka has always delivered. But why this time? Why is the rebellion? Why? So he must ask himself that very tough question. And if he can get answer to that question, then I can assure you that Kalonzo Musyoka must be ready. The good thing is that Kalonzo Musyoka has actually conceded the defeat. And this is what he updated. Let me just go through his... he's saying statement on Nguu Masumba Ward by election. Statement on the Nguu Masumba Ward by... We take this early opportunity to congratulate Timothy Maneno on winning the Nguu Masumba Ward seat on independent ticket. We also thank the other candidates, including Wiper candidate Eshio Mwaiwa and UDA's Daniel Musau, for putting up a brave fight to capture the seat. The people of Nguu Masumba have spoken through the ballot, and we honor their decision. The violence witnessed in sections of the ward was unnecessary and against the Wiper ideals and ethos. This does not deter our resolve to take the leadership of this country and deal a deadly blow to corruption once and for all. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka's foundation. So he's talking of the presidency. Why is he talking of the presidency when he can't win that simple seat? I don't know what to think, but I tend to think and strongly believe that this particular by-election, Kalonzo Musyoka must learn from it. If he can't learn from it, then he should forget about anything called presidency. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. And by the way, you know, my dad passed on, but I'm still here, not because of anything, but because of you guys. The kind of love you expressed to me shocked me, and I made a resolution that I'll do this not for anything but for you and for my dad. Anybody who would want to contribute to help me afford him a befitting send-off, please, you can send your kind donations to 0712 741323. 0712 741323. The name should be Omondi Kogal. Sio Kogalo, hakuna O, so Omondi Kogal. Just send whatever you have there. I'll receive and I'll appreciate. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.